Oh, can we be heard now? So, hello everybody. Welcome back to Speed Simpsons for the next race of the Platinum groups. You know me, I'm joined by a very special guest, Mr. Thermal Square.
Hello, I'm very happy to be here. Didn't realize I was going to be here today, but excited regardless.
We've got Chori and we've got Tyler, and yeah, I think we'll just jump straight to it if both runners are ready. Hopefully both runners are ready.
Sounds like they're ready.
So then take them away, Thermal.
All right, I guess we will get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Go Jam.
2, 1, go.
Goes off and Tyler's off. Go Jam.
Right.
Goes off and... So, yeah, welcome, Thermal.
Yeah, it's definitely happy to be here. I have been watching plenty of these races. I've definitely been enjoying what I've seen, and I definitely think we're in for another good race here.
100% sure what the records of these two are in the group so far. I think this is Tyler's last race, though. Tyler has played 2 races already. Sure, someone can fill us in.
Let's do this thing.
Immediately a difference. Tyler's going for bush strat. And not quite.
Hey, Pooh.
Congratulations, Homer.
Definitely
Mission
go
complete.
around to get
Go
the
back home.
the quickie mark, but that's all right.
The last race for both of them, okay.
Homer, at least
It's crashing time.
I'm sure you'll be interested to see just what has changed since
Your
last round of the
driving is
game.
adequate, but
Years
lacks
ago.
I
passion.
am, yeah. I haven't really kept too close of tabs on the game, but I do still watch a few people here and there. But I don't even remember when I last ran. It was like 2021 or something.
Coming
Think
through.
of a few things that I'm sure these runners all do. In 2 races, yeah. What about the win-lose record for
Everyone,
both
duck.
Go to
runners?
Shelbyville and steal me some meth.
Who else is in this group? I can't remember. It was Cody's in this group. Yeah, Cody's in this group.
Ah, yeah, Cody getting that big PB the other day too.
Yeah,
Very
love to see
impressive.
it.
It's got to be such a good feeling though, like PBing by that big in a tournament. Like I can't even imagine.
Yeah. For everyone to see as well. Absolutely love to see it.
Plant is cooler. I gave it to Barney.
In the long. Probably been a new sub 130 every tournament since 2020.
You. Ow! My neck!
Yeah, more than confident there was. It's only, I believe we had Molman 21, we had Ben,
Now I need
last
plant
year
is
we had
stupid picture
Top
of a
Hat,
stupid family.
and this year
Out of
we've had
control.
Cody. May have been others that I'm forgetting, so I apologise.
Okay, last one. Now where did I leave Rod's stupid inhaler? Duh, on top of the
That
dump
used to
truck.
go on during commentaries and Petty Theft Thermal is we'd pick one of Lancelot's items and discuss why Homer's stolen it.
Ooh.
Return this
Uh,
cops find me sitting around
Yeah.
talking to myself.
Preferences of which one you're intrigued in?
Probably Flanders' stupid picture of his stupid family. I think that's mostly to torture Ned about Maud, but
Watch it.
it seems like it would just be the Homer type thing to do.
I always say he uses it as
Oh, I forgot my
a
mission.
target practice.
Flanders, look in your face.
Fair enough. Bring it to work while he's bored.
Most interesting one though is definitely the lawnmower because it has square wheels.
That would definitely make lawn mowing quite difficult. There's a reason they made wheels round.
At 1-3, we may see one of the quote-unquote new
Mistakes
strats.
were made.
This mission, I say quote-unquote, it's been around since last year's tournament actually. It was discovered during the tournament. That's a very good lightning push from Chori.
Barney, can I
Very good.
Tyler,
Getting
still
a,
pretty decent.
yeah, not bad.
do this thing?
Definitely take that over most times.
Chori's going for the strat, so he's going to ground pound the minivan. Badger Blast. Tyler might do the same thing.
Getting a
Tyler's not going
truck.
to risk it.
Yeah, I mean, I know back when I ran this game, I never even wanted to go for Plow King. It's so bulky and
Few more.
it felt so hard to control. So
Especially
Can't
on
blame
low
either runner.
FPS as well. Over 50,000 bet from Tyler on Tyler to win the race.
ooh, Tyler being confident in himself, you love to see it.
Chori gets the strat.
Very nice.
Take a few hits to blow up that minivan though.
Eat my dust.
Tyler with a nice one as well. Kind of neck and neck yet. You love to see it.
Oh yeah. Stretch it.
Boom. Well, Smithers blew up before the minivan. That's unfortunate. I think it's about even.
Yeah.
How can
So
I
what was this new strat
piece of cake?
that was potential for that one?
It was the ground pound
Stupid
strat.
like a fox.
Oh.
Chori did ground pounding the minivan.
Later.
And what does that
So smart.
do?
How come I broke
So when you get Smithers into the strat, your car ends up being very damaged, so you can car bomb Smithers.
Oh,
Stupid
smart.
like a fox.
Badger Blast because it was discovered by
Clean this
Runner
mess up
Badger.
later. If you're so smart, how come
Yeah,
I
during
broke
last
you?
year's tournament.
Oh, I need a disco nap.
It does come with the
Anyone
risk
like
that if you
eating?
blow up your car, Smithers doesn't blow up,
I
you
am
can
too
fail
smart.
the mission for blowing up
I
your
am
car.
too smart.
That and you
not
might end
fast
up
enough.
losing some of your coins as well.
Mm.
Well, looks like both had a good blind big brother. Nothing terrible happening.
Troy has about a 2-second lead.
So Sam, where do you think the sexy footage is currently located? We need to know.
Bathrooms and locker rooms is unforgivable.
No, Al probably stole it. Stealing the sexy footage is illegal.
He probably took it all the way to work on a Saturday.
Unbelievable.
That black van is spying on us.
Oh, homie, you're so sexy when you're paranoid.
It's crashing. Sweet.
It looks like Chori is about that 1 second ahead. So we got ourselves a good race so far here in Homer 1.
It's also nice to see a 60v60 race. Some love for low FPS.
The 60 FPS gang.
See, the very top level of the game is dominated by the high FPS runners. 180s, the 200s. It's definitely nice to see low FPS getting some love too.
I think I could be wrong, but I think Chori missed the freebie in the
I am excellent.
what do you call it?
My head.
The place.
Trailer park, yeah.
Homer.
That's the
Missed
word I'm looking
Did
for.
you really miss 23 by 23, 23 versus 23 axis? You failed a cutscene skip in that race.
What?
No. Also true, the last race, Gib versus Tone Dog, was 60 versus 46.
What, kid? I almost spilled my
I've never asked this, but why does Tone Dog run on 46 FPS? Is that just like his thing, or?
Tone Dog's right here. Tone Dog, do you want to answer that?
I need an answer.
Tyler?
Well, it's about
Okay.
time. In your face. Woohoo! Looks
Tyler was very late getting the head to skip there. There's a chance if you get it that late, you can crash the game.
Better stay out of my way.
Let's do this thing.
Bone Storm.
See if any of them can get the early Bone Storm.
Better 60.
I am so totally embarrassed.
Yeah, what Towson said.
Steady, Marjorie, steady.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's actually 45, but the frame counter says 46. So,
Oh, okay.
Tone Dog's been scamming everyone all this time. He actually runs on 45.
I feel
Is the
scammed. I want my
point.
money back.
Forever.
So Tyler got the shortcut, nice.
Possessions are fleeting. Take that.
Rude.
Yeah, Chori doesn't look happy for missing the
Like that when I got here.
fast Bone Storm, but there's still plenty of time to catch up.
But me.
Oh yeah, here's another, well, quote-unquote new strat that Tyler just did there, and Chori's doing it as well.
Do this thing. Let's roll.
So after you do complete a mission with a countdown, mission like Bone Storm, like any of the alien, or stops you 2 or 3, you do a mission with a countdown, then you run to a place where your camera gets locked in a position. You get a pause unpause when you warp. Black bars are removed. There's a second over running to the phone booth.
Tyler's still not getting in those wasps and Smithers. Or, not Smithers. Burns' place.
Team Montgomery.
Tyler's gonna leave with an 11:53.
Yep. And Chori will have 12:04.
11 seconds in it. Tyler here just gonna go straight for the honor roller.
Respectable.
I'm sure he's gonna do the same.
Yep, didn't look like there were any convenient sports cars, so opt
There
for
was
the
one
honor
over
roll.
by the courthouse, but it's not worth winning. Thank Lord and Saviour Potato and Crack for coming up with the 2-1 sports car manip.
Whoa, wicked. Smell you later, Stinky Gator.
Looks like Tyler's getting rid of Skinner.
Jory should escape? Question mark.
Oh, oh, nope.
I think he could have if he straight to try and save, but decided just not to risk it.
So glad to
Yeah.
It was very close on whether it would have escaped or not.
Bart Simpson at your service.
Tyler,
Looking. He's looking.
he really wants that sports car.
Did end up getting one. We'll see if Chori can get one.
Save a few seconds here with some good RNG. Nice camera.
Oh, that's not bad.
Gimme, gimme, gimme.
As far as I'm aware, that spawn that Chori got 2-1 on a roller, and then that sports car there is optimally faster than getting a sports car in 2-1.
1 box of
Just, it's worse. Sweet, thank you, Kara. I thought it was. I wasn't 100% sure. It's a nice mo flick from Tyler.
full speed ahead. Oh, I shouldn't enjoy this so much.
Chori's a few frames slower.
Whee!
Question: what is Moflick? Explain this to me.
It's the
I've
most
never heard
important
of it.
strat in the game. It's optimally flicking back up to the left after picking up the fireworks.
Okay.
Save frames by doing it perfectly.
This is why I never achieved a 130x.
Categories like all tasks, you have to do it twice because you have to collect the blood from Moe's as well. Right, we're gonna escape for Tyler.
Let's roll.
Gonna do the safe escape or fast escape? Gonna go for safe escape.
I fought the law and I won.
Nice.
Killer. Hey, drop it.
And is Troy gonna do the same or yeah, safe escape.
Alright.
Don't forget to ride.
No shenanigans with Wiggum.
It's park car for Tyler.
Aw, loser.
Tyler's coins are looking a little bit low, I think. Actually, not sure. It's been a while since I ran. I'm not sure.
Wait, now I'm losing.
Chori has more coins at this point.
Tori doing a pause strat to get the freebie there, it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe I assume then that Chori's using the wasp cycle.
Looks like got the other freebie as well.
I gotta play bonus.
These sports cars. There's one.
There you
The
go.
worst coloured sports car, but yeah.
It's like a spicy mustard color.
That was totally awesome.
Geez.
All
Tyler
right,
going for.
that was so cool.
I was gonna say
Nope.
first person jump would have been ballsy. Very ballsy.
Doing it for the fans.
If one pulls that off this tournament, I will be amazed.
Looks like Tori not going for a dirt jump either. I don't know if either of them go for it in runs, but
Sure. Understand wanting to play it a bit safer in races, especially as it's a little bit tougher on 60.
yeah.
It's Bart time. You're all mine. Woo, nice one. Charlie horse, let's hit the town. Hey, Springfield.
Rory's a little close to hit and run. Just going very safe around there.
Hey, Snake.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be alright getting the snake from here.
What's my name? Booyah.
And
Oh, that was great.
decent highway jump from Tyler.
Yeah. Gotta be a little bit careful with his car, but I think he'll be fine.
Chory, Chory doesn't make it. Is this the right way?
Arrows are pointing the other way.
Hey, you're going the wrong way, Chory.
Now to find a satellite dish.
Yeah, that's back to the
Oh, Chori, you're
empty
going the
area.
wrong
Oh,
way.
and that okay. You realize what's going on. Gonna try highway jump again.
I hope Chori doesn't fail here.
You got it.
It's been in a question mark for quite a while. Could be.
Okay.
Snake is ahead.
That's
Hopefully should be fine.
yeah.
Should be fine.
Yeah, Snake's right there. I think Troy will be fine.
That was a bit scary.
Alright.
Hefty
Yep.
time loss as well.
Alright, so both are now collecting some delicious roadkill. You'd love to see it. Sam, would you ever eat roadkill?
You'd have to pay me a lot of money.
Fair enough. What if it was like a deer that had just freshly been hit? Would you eat it?
Cruel.
Not that I want you to hit a deer, but see if Tyler can. Oh, squeeze through those cars.
He's gonna go for gazebo.
Uh,
No, that's not good. Escape. I'm sure he got crushed.
all right, there we go. Tyler escapes a poo.
My name is Bart.
That could potentially help Chori out, catch back up a little bit.
You expect
See if Chori can do it.
What were you thinking? Hide up.
Easy escape.
That's totally awesome. This is fun. We're in play. I need your trouble. Bart Simpson at your service.
Two, 6.
Gotta say, this was always one of my favorite soundtracks. The Monkeys theme. Always a bop.
Eat my dust, dust eaters.
Definitely. Definitely.
Alright.
Yes, ASM, also emissions, not to be confused with the Australian speedrunning marathon.
Whoa, wicked.
She is very soon, actually. It's been almost a year since the Jar 100% race was there.
Woo, nice one.
Real 100% with coin grinding.
Everyone
2
loves
minutes
that
of
coin grinding.
grinding.
Clearly the best part of any of the Shar categories is coin grinding.
Not everyone else, but I always found coin grinding to be rather not relaxing, but rather, you know, boring. It's because it gives you a chance to interact with your chat a bit more.
True. Chori did miss that box going off the dirt jump there, so
Okay, Tyler is good coins.
Wouldn't be too much trouble.
Shy of 800 here is fine.
for America's bad boy.
Okay, sellouts for Tyler. Tyler had one of the best averages for sellouts last year. Tyler's also been struggling with bar 1 cutscene skip recently as well, from memory. Let's hope that doesn't scupper him today. It's a good first car.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. 750 coins for Chori. Still decent. Better, but definitely manageable.
Yeah. Ooh, the car escaping a little bit from Tyler.
Should get the newspaper stand for 5 coins. That's it. Car number 3 is
Some good
stuck on a
damage
sports
there.
car.
Looks like Troy had a pretty good first car as well.
Eat my dust, dust eaters.
It's gonna get away a little bit as well. Gonna be in a great position for the 4th car.
I hope that was expensive.
Oh. Decent damage, first hit.
I should do that more often.
Right.
Okay, turn around here. There you go.
623 just. Though we now time Salah's average based on what time you get back to the stadium.
Troy having a little bit of trouble with this car here.
Oh.
Opting to do some
okay.
repairs under the Mr. Plow.
What?
Is he soft
Can't
locked
get
out
back
of
in the
Mr.
car.
Plow?
The fuck?
Uh-oh.
You get back in it now? Question mark? That's a new one. Cutscene skip Tyler gets it.
Nice.
Lit. I've never seen that happen before.
This is that's not good for Troy.
Hello, Springfield.
Sports car's not really doing it here.
Plow still there? It is. Oh.
It is. Is it still? Okay, it is still there.
He drove. Okay, you can get back in
Yeah,
it now.
yeah, there we go.
Last car drove into Mr. Plow. Maybe Warp, yeah. That's still really weird though.
Still having a little
Yeah,
trouble
much
with the last one.
worse sellouts though. 540. I'm sure you won't be happy.
See my pointy-headed nuisance?
I feel like that's just one of those things that it feels out of your control, and it still hurts though.
Sweet forward momentum.
Let's get for Chori. No!
Oh, we had it. No.
That was a painful 2-7.
Yeah. Seems like everything that could go wrong went wrong, unfortunately.
Easy as pie. The number, that is. Millhouse. The time for action is now. I have need for speed. Car speed.
Well, did you know that Truckosaurus is some kind of truck/dinosaur?
Millhouse?
You know, I thought he was actually like Rex from Toy Story, like some crazy Mattel brand, but I would believe it.
All for Lisa.
Hopefully, Troy is able to pull this behind him. It's a pretty big gap to make up.
Yeah, it's one of the,
minutes.
definitely just gotta stay focused through the rest of it and see what you can do.
And camera flicks is showing it all.
Mm-hmm.
Not happy.
I hope I can buff that out. Whoa! Oh, come on!
Now, I wonder if Tyler's gonna not hit the boat. He's gonna skip Krusty Lou here. Could do with the coins he has. Yep, he is.
Alright.
Shy of 950, yeah.
You to the
Good
tip
amount.
for speed. Politely, I am the Lizard Queen.
By Millhouse.
Classic. Alright, Tyler entering a bonfire.
Hopefully my store will not be robbed more than 4 times while I am driving around today.
Let's just do this thing.
Jiminy crickets! I am a lean, mean, Vindaloo.
Budget forward focus is... Cletus might
Can still
turn
save
off
this? Yeah.
it.
Alright.
Yep,
Oh,
can happen. Cletus goes too far to the right, but...
this could work.
This is like the backup of the century here.
Yeah, that works.
Wow.
Very, very nice by Tyler. Good thing Cletus isn't that smart.
That's officially the best 3-3 save I've ever seen. It was great.
Yeah, I thought for sure Cletus was gonna sneak through that sign there and take off.
Except why I ever came to this jerk Waterberg.
Professor
Choice coins. Choice coins are good.
Grandpa,
No, if he's gonna elect to skip. I don't think he will. Thank you, Rick, for the rate. You got sub to an ASM school. Jeez. Clap.
GG.
oh, the guild.
Road to sub 150 begins now.
Otto,
Anyway, you can join us in the middle of a... It's been a thoroughly entertaining race so far.
Yeah, the
hello, Springfield.
past couple missions have had a few crazy things going on, so...
Mm.
Corey is going for Krusty Lou.
Wasn't in 29. So, down on time, considerably down on time, but is now up on coins. Could need to play later. We'll see.
Alright, we'll see if Chori has any shenanigans going on during bonfire.
Good second car. That too.
Oh!
Quite.
Just elects to
He's
reset
a
right
little
away.
bit early. Really a smart choice to reset and have another go.
Oh dear.
Hopefully this truck doesn't get in the way.
That's
It's
you just
Get in
moves.
there.
Yeah,
there you go.
Good try.
Can you please pick... Excuse me.
And Tyler onto Sleuthing now. Did Tyler get a best segment? That would be Tyler's sound effect. Spears referring to there.
Counterfeit designer jeans, the foulest of all crimes.
Is that a 5-coin vend? It was, yeah.
Mm,
If you hit that vend with anything other than the police car, you'll only get 5 coins from it.
Strike 2.
stealing from the
Run over an
police.
elderly person without a license.
See if Tyler can get a good drop here.
Range.
Okay, just
A
barely.
little bit
But
late, but still good. Corey's Hellfish now.
One fish delivered to a happy home.
First car.
Very nice.
Sweet forward moments. Plenty of good living here. Now you'll never be fried and served with tartar sauce. Next time, watch out for nets, dummy. Return to the wild. There goes my college money.
I have a question for you, though. So, quick, simple question is, why did you decide to pick up this game when you did back in 2021?
Oh,
Was it about the game that made you want to run it?
you know, it had really just been a game. Like, I had been watching a lot of Liquid Wi-Fi for a while, and it always looked really interesting to me. And I don't know why I thought this, but it was always like, you know, people would talk about how traffic was always really annoying. I'm like, it can't be that bad. Well, come to find out when I started running the game, it was that bad. But yeah, it always just kind of interested me, and it also was a game I did love growing up, so you know that also did play a big factor in deciding to run this game.
Could you come get
So yeah, as Troy gets the counterfeit designer jeans.
at your service?
575 coins at this point, and also to say, Tyler collected that van, he had 490, so 85 coins difference. We've had an influx of newer runners lately. It's great to see. The game has been a little edge a few months. Good to see get some more attention. Like Ryuk, like Gavin, other people on a dock as well, and hopefully we can get more attention.
Yeah, it's always nice to see a game that you're passionate about really start to get some new runners, and seeing them kind of grow that same passion that you have for a game.
So going back to what it was, kind of needs it. Coins are a bit low. 561 is manageable,
That was your fault.
and Bart is invisible.
3655 for Tyler.
So we got the Lighthouse Wasp, very nice. Yeah, Chori is going to be hugely up on coins.
Yeah, like you said, that could definitely play a factor later in the run, but we will see as we go on.
People, nothing to say. Chief,
Tyler got a 3655. It's which, yeah, that will be that'll still be PB pace for Tyler. Tyler's had a fairly solid run so far.
Yeah, outside of the weirdness and bonfire, yeah, things have been going
Yeah.
pretty good.
stick to the plan.
Okay, can someone explain to me what Canadian bounce is? I've seen the term, but loads. Good bonfire for Tyler. And giving Wiggum what he deserves.
No donuts for you.
Excuse. I'll do my best.
Sounds like more potato propaganda. Uh-oh.
Limo for Chori. Ooh, not quite. Ooh,
Oh.
no, that lamppost.
I just had that.
That's...
Sucks.
Yeah.
Take 2.
See if Troy can get a little better damage on this first push.
That's much better.
Much better, yeah.
Nice. It's Bucky's when you get the one in the corner. Oh, that. I see. Big strat.
Chori coming to an end on Lisa here.
Fast pole. Oh. A little bit of trouble, but second attempt.
Try. Also elects to go for that wasp since it's right there.
Yeah, there's about 90 coins up on Tyler.
40-10.
About 3 minutes 15. Nice, actually. Okay, Canada. I'm sure he went for Fast Neighbours and is gonna get it successfully. Nice. Didn't fail. Also, Tyler is currently driving a budget Ford Focus. Nice drop. Actually. Pause. Strap. And he missed the vent.
Is there a reason someone would go for the budget Ford Focus here instead of the Canyon Arrow?
So, round about the Burns Mansion area, there's a gas station where you grind a vendor, and sometimes there's a budget Ford Focus there.
Okay.
And if you take it, you get into your car faster. You go to drive by your mate. Also, when you get out, there's no animation. That's also faster.
Fair enough. That makes complete sense.
A few seconds in 4-3.
Tori also had a good bonfire donuts there.
So hopefully Troy will go for grind there so you can show the area where you pick up the car. It's that wasp.
Very nice. Traffic being a little bit of an issue.
I extremely doubt that Tyler's gonna do the 4-3 boost. We've seen
Maybe
some
we'll be
people go
surprised.
for it. Some with some interesting consequences.
Still likes to go for the normal strat, it looks like.
That was fun.
I always hated that wheel because every time I got close, I was like, am I gonna make this, or am I just gonna like ram right into the little bar that's just going straight down?
Right, this area where Troy is now. So he's gonna grind the vend and hopefully take the budget for the focus. Loses pretty much no time to pick it up. And saves a few seconds to the next mission. So time save.
You love to see it.
Did I win? I had no idea.
I feel like that's one of those like little things that like people just kind of watching the run are just like, I don't know why they would do this, but like once you understand it, it's like that's why they do the things they do.
And out it's because it's faster.
You got it.
Troy's dropped right at the other end of the road. Tyler.
I hope these are recyclable.
I don't have any pockets.
Pretty much one of the only parts of the run that's purely determined by RNG.
Easy as pie. The number, that is.
Mm.
Grandpa, do you know
It's what can you do really? Gotta accept it. Chori onto 4-3, Tyler onto 4-5.
Sorry, sorry.
that's gonna cost me?
Ian's on the 4-5 music thermal.
That's right.
Views on the 4-5 music, you know? It's good. Enjoyable. I feel like this game just has good music in general. So I don't think there's one that I would go, yeah, that doesn't need to be in the game. Unless there's some mission that I'm not aware of that has bad music.
Yeah, I totally have the entire soundtrack downloaded to my music on my phone.
Didn't it get put on like Spotify?
Yeah. Oh, and yeah, as I said, oh no, Tyler,
Oh.
and save this. Oh,
Oh.
I hate to see this. We gotta try and just push it out, really. There you go.
There we go.
Okay, there.
Yeah.
I need
Yeah.
speed, more speed.
It's unfortunate. Yeah, next up we have one of the most exciting as the tournament, doing a back-to-back race. We have Kama against, I believe, Yib and Time Dog. Looking forward to watching them.
That would be correct.
So, no 2-cycle for Tyler. Thankfully.
Yeah.
2-cycle after the Zan getting stuck would have been rough. Minor inconvenience, we'll say.
I wonder if I'll get extra credit for this.
I hope this isn't stealing.
Have there been any 2 cycles in the tournament yet?
I don't think so. I've really been keeping up.
Like zero.
Pretty sure
Says
not.
pretty sure not.
It was a slow
Cool, cool.
Hopefully we won't see many. We'll more than likely see at least one. Hopefully. You can count them on the fingers on one hand. How many there'll be. 3 or 4 in this in one group last year. It was rough. We have any 5-1 2 cycles last year?
Here we are, safe and sound.
Or was that last year where the first 2 cycle of the tournament was a 5-1, or was that 2 years ago? I can't remember.
Huh? What?
For the last freaking time, tell me about the crap circles.
There I was surrounded by
Yes.
Toto and his nuts.
Slend had a 5-1 2 cycle as well. But I can't remember if it was 2020 or 21. 21 or 22, sorry. Also crap circles.
Not a thing. Where was I? Right. Now, the first time I rode in a water car. Okay.
Yeah, it had a lot of 2 cycles, that one
I'll have
group.
to describe it in
One of which was a
detail.
5-1. Let's go.
Well, as I recall, it was sort of a cosmic kind of thing. Shaped kind of like a planet with an old-fashioned
Well, that group
radio
was
antenna coming off
you,
it.
A planet?
Zoton, Ellie,
Awfully familiar.
Theris,
I think it was at the Quickie.
someone else? Oh, and Tyler, right?
It was on a bottle of pop. Maybe that will
But who was it who
jog
got
his memory.
the LT? Okay. But who was it who got the 5-1 2 cycle? Surely it wasn't Theris again, right? Was no Theris? Damn. I think the other weird record is that all the people who've been 5-1 2 cycled on Speed Simpsons also won the race.
Very cool.
It also happened to Sid when we were doing a rival race of Kremlin vs Nerdcar. Nerdcar is an awful vehicle, don't drive it. Sid got 2-cycled in 5-1 in that race and still won.
What do you? Marge Simpson.
Tyler successfully bought the right outfit. Rory has not been 2-cycled.
More step aerobics classes.
Did Tyler go for Flanders? Did I miss something?
I don't think so. Looking at these coins, I would say no.
Just let me catch my breath.
Or did Tyler go for Flanders?
I need a long
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
He did?
Does he- What about 5-1 2-cycles? Oh, he did. Okay.
slow and steady wins the race.
We'll see what his coins are after Marge. Circles 2.0.
Tyler getting the Mr. Plow jacket.
Nice. Oh, excuse me.
Three kids really slows you down.
Remember to stay hydrated, everyone.
Here, here.
Straight before you hydrate.
I'll bet who knows who's selling cola. I have to go to the bathroom real. A poo.
Tyler is still on really solid pace. PB's a 135, so still on course to beat that.
And that'll be the second PB of the tournament, maybe? You know what?
I think so.
I won't even say anything. We'll just let Tyler play it out.
Yeah, still a long way to go. 3 more levels. Including the most notorious run killer out there. Next level.
You evil cola bottlers and distributors.
Tyler having a pretty decent first cola truck there.
Embarrassed.
We're electing not to save the game. 900 coins buying police. It's very good. It's already have some of neighbours, but it's still really good.
Easy. Easy.
Tyler missed that box.
I feel like that one's always a tough one to get. Canyon Arrow's very bouncy.
What is this? Well, now, who put that there?
This is unorthodox, but it works, I suppose.
I mean, considering some of the other things that have happened have been a little unorthodox, I mean, we'll take it.
Probably elect to get this wasp as well on foot. Tyler's coins are not looking that good. Are you sure Tyler got Flanders Wall? Because Tyler's coins weren't that bad, were they? Or maybe they were. 100%?
Maybe
Those
that's
coins
why
weren't
they're
bad.
just okay at this point instead of really bad.
Doodlebugs.
My third truck.
Oh,
Look good. One
just
back
snuck
up.
out of
Any
there.
kind of backup.
That's
Wildly accelerated.
Amazing,
Gotta find something.
but it works.
yeah.
Been way worse third trucks than that.
Jury steady.
It's Chori's PB, if anyone knows.
I actually looked this up earlier.
It's 139. 39.42. So Troy is still on PB pace, I would say, despite everything that's gone wrong. Gonna go for the safe
Precious cola, Marge.
first truck strat.
To take off my shirt in the station locker room.
Tyler will have a 5405, it looks like.
I just look back at the Vodalink 1%. Yeah, Tyler did get Flanders. Tyler's coins were not good. Also, considering what Ty said, Tyler probably just got a best segment.
Whoa! Tyler is in Apu. See if he can get through it cleanly.
And
I'll
a
hope.
few coins early. Just for safety.
Ooh.
Ooh, doesn't make it over the jump. Just gonna, yeah, it's just gonna go around. Gonna bother having another go, getting construction box.
Yeah,
Let's
considering
get it for 6.
considering his coins are where they're at, he might need to end up going for it at some point.
Mm.
All right, does buy American. You love to see it.
Hopefully, similar to new cycles, we'll have very few correct outfit purchases.
What would you do at that point if you bought the wrong outfit? Is that just like kind of just out of luck, or?
Essentially, best plans probably be Homer 1, Flanders, Wiggums, Arch, Flanders, Wiggums, if you haven't already got Arch, Flanders. Also, nice garbage truck.
Corey also having a little bit of trouble with that last truck.
They'd be your best bets, probably, for a lot of coins. Not that much time. Well, Army is, what, 375? Yeah, that's a lot of coins to make up. Did we have any wrong outfits last year? I don't recall any. Probably had an army or a classy at some point. Maybe even a B-Sharps. B-Sharps is worse than army, that's 475, so 100 more coins than that. It was 2021 GTP. That ping was my end. It's Tim's. Excuse me a minute, I am going to turn street mode on. Tim's, please. Now.
Thank you for not dodging. Legitimate Businessman Social Club. Looks like Abdul Asa Pima Petalon is taking on the mob. Hello, Stereo. I must admit, the smell of fresh air is
Yeah.
much more pleasing than the odor of the
The other thing about coin grinding on scooters, it's better done in 2, which is not there yet. And thank you, Sid, for the raid.
Hey yo,
It makes no sense. Oh, Shiva smiles on such behavior.
Tori did get the construction box.
Nice.
Nice try, police driver.
Rory also successfully buys the correct outfit.
That car belongs in the bargain bin. Oh, no.
Apu was really feeling like a true American at this point.
I feel like a rabbit. Oh, I must finish quickly or vomit.
Happy very late 4th of July.
Merc.
So if you're really, really looking for coins, then you could always do the BAM grind. If you really, really wanted to push it.
What is the BAM grind?
So you walk to 5-2, you drive through the train, you collect the 2 crusty glasses, then you go and kick that vend over in the corner that nobody ever gets. Walk back to 5-2, repeat.
I see.
It's incredibly slow.
Seems very tedious.
So you get like 10, 20... Get something like 20 coins in like... Over it's less than 1 coin per second.
I'm sure we're getting a car bomb there. We see Tyler finishing up Baby Van.
I am the greatest driver in all the land.
Hello, what are you doing?
Just trying to figure out where he's at.
Hello, Faith.
Wonder what the CPS on a wager race is,
Oh, I had better hurry.
especially at this stage of the game.
Hoodlums put pornography in the Bible magazines.
So you would know.
Come to Papa, random object.
0.4. That sounds about right. Okay. Bree completes 5-1. Cannot get this box.
Does get the Pin Pal shirt though.
Nice.
What the hell were you thinking, sir?
Tyler, get that wasp? Yes.
Oh, this mission. This mission for Tyler. I have
ever-
fond memories
nothing
of
ever
this
happened.
mission.
Nothing ever happened to you in this mission, Thermal. It's my first
Never. Nope. Wiggum definitely did not just do donuts.
And then explosions happened. Everything.
Wiggum was a real terror that day.
Oh, Chori, please escape. Okay.
Doesn't quite get that wasp.
Doesn't need it though. Very hefty 655 coins. 155 to spare, it's massive.
Yes, you, random object. Never have I seen such a four-wheel disgrace. I have brought glory to the name of the Asapima.
See what Troy can do with baby vans. This was always a interesting mission.
I must admit,
Tyler almost got a strat,
more
but
pleasing than the odor of the hot dog machine.
go from almost having a strat to having it go all the way around the square.
Oh,
I'm assuming Tyler got another best. Also, nice.
sure we
Sure.
might have something here. Not bad.
Oh, Shiva smiles on such behavior.
Not the best turnaround for Tyler.
The baby van's being a little wonky here.
More. Here we go. Get as far as Tyler's did.
Tyler really wants that car bomb there.
Up in iron what?
Could use the coins.
Garbage truck is having issues, but does get a decent drop there.
Hope I am still the live
And that wasp is gone. Yeah, Tyler's going for some extra coins.
Yeah. He's gonna go for doesn't go for the box. It's fine. That wasp does make its way all the way up here.
Oh, maybe that's why Tyler was going for the other wasp, just in case this one went out of reach. Reach. Woohee. Not even close. Cheeky little, almost a cheeky little walkie on air from Tyler. It's probably because you have... It's because you can only spawn 2 wasps at the same time. So if you try to spawn a third one, it just won't. These wasps are not playing ball for Tyler. Has anyone tried to explain wasps this tournament yet? If not, I'll give it my best shot. The way wasps work is that it says that there are 20 in each level. In reality, there are only 2. 3 in Homer 1. 3 in Homer 1 and Lisa. And they spawn... Let's just take a level where there's 2, for example. They spawn alternately, so character A, character B, A, B, A, B. When they spawn, you have collision. But when they spawn for the first time, the actor will have collision. You destroy that wasp, say you destroy wasp A, that wasp loses collision. So all the other wasp A characters that spawn will not have collision. Till you either main menu warp or warp to a different level and back. Which restores the collision. It's complicated. I hope that's understandable.
I think you did a pretty good job.
Go, Brickskip. Tyler saving like 0.0001 second by doing Brickskip.
Hey, you gotta save all the frames where you can.
Sir, this folder... Hopefully my store will not be robbed more than 4 times while I am driving around today. This is just between me and you.
Is it like half a second? Okay.
Lost playing a little nicer for Chori there.
Perhaps I should refrain from doing that in the future.
When I did Brickskip on the way back, I got stuck. So doing that, having that happen in no mission warps would be rough. So you'd be kind of screwed.
I was gonna say, did you get out or?
Could not. Shut up, Spit. Anyway.
Skill issue. I mean, Apu, am I right? It's like Tyler did get armored truck strat there.
Tyler did the 4-1 warp. I don't agree with doing the 4-1 warp on 60. Kinda don't agree with doing the 4-1 warp in general, unless you use the wasp cycle. There's just how fast the truck destroys itself.
These wasps are still not cooperating with Tyler at all.
Yeah, Apu wasps with collision suck.
He will opt to take just the one.
Yeah, there's your advice of the day. All if you're a low OPS runner, don't do the 4-1 warp. There.
Noted.
Warps straight to armored truck and get the wasps on foot.
Tyler is gonna pick up that box, the construction box he missed earlier.
Sweet acceleration.
Come to Papa, random object.
Tyler's still on good pace.
This town is going to
And I would say Chori is slowly catching up.
See you in hell. Oh, Mr.
It was 3 minutes. I'd say it's definitely not the 3.5 minutes it was at the start of March.
Photography in the Vital magazine.
Yeah, it looks like Chori's still on good pace here.
Well, there's minus 50 seconds on PB.
You come back here.
True. Could all change colours, it. Both runners being on 60. Hope not. But anything's possible.
And Tyler didn't get the early curator strat. Can still get
And
it.
more. Brick skips, nice. Back up from Tyler. Ooh. There's one hit. It'll destroy itself on this lamppost if Tyler doesn't get it. There we go.
There you go.
For some reason, it just always drives into that lamppost. And if it's one shot, it'll blow up.
Smart. Smart by the curator.
Seems good for Tyler. Oof, dear me, that was late.
We're all sitting
a
at the edge of our
Quimby truck.
seats.
Is a vote Quimby truck.
Oh, this is not good.
You got it.
Might.
Can do a bit of damage, but
It looks like it's kind of just parked there. It's just chilling.
so yeah, get it out.
There it goes, yeah.
Good news for Chori is that Chori has a lot of coins.
Yes.
As I was saying earlier, this is where it could play to Chori's favour. However, is gonna lose a lot of time to Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
Compared to Tyler's split, also bought.
Or yeah, it looks like Tyler officially had the 109.38 after Apu.
As I say, Tyler's PB is a 135, so a 25-minute late game should be, what hopefully is more than doable for Tyler.
Yep, Chori showing some frustration there with Armored Truck.
$645 coins for Tyler. You're gonna see Kearney kicking. An attempt was made. Push
I'll give you
Kearney
an
a
A
little
for effort.
closer.
Barney, Bart Simpson at your service.
The Axie grind. To see it.
All right.
Do not tell me who owns the cola trucks, then I will be forced to use profanity.
Oof.
Shocking, I know.
Calm down, Sam. It's gonna be okay.
I'm trying. Game is tilting.
Yeah, I agree. And we'll see what Chori can do with Curator here.
Don't forget the ride.
Calm down, Kama. I'm sure you'll be using a lot of profanity. Though we won't be able to hear it later.
Curator getting a little stuck there.
I don't like this.
Gonna have to get on the back. Oh, that's not good.
Wouldn't be overly opposed to a mission restart here.
Eat ass,
Though that's a nice bit of damage.
all mine.
Yeah, can still get a little more damage in the tunnel, and then right at the end of the tunnel get some more.
No, this isn't good. Thing, the further it gets away, the further you gotta drive back.
Mm-hmm.
Time to rock.
Here we go. Key, thank you.
Oh, my ovaries.
That's the key of the whole mission.
Take that.
Tyler's just following Frink, so all eyes on Shuri, I guess, for the next minute and a half.
Tori getting hit and run, but not really an issue because Apu is ending.
Cutscene skip. Doesn't
Love to see
unpause
it.
it. That's it. Oh,
114. 11 was it?
something like that. Or more than likely, put it on the screen for everyone to see. Right, let me have, so while we're in here, let me have a look at other races we've got up and coming. So yeah, we've got the Kama v Tone Dog, then Kama v Gib. So coming up today, we've got LT vs Kieran, we've got Cody versus Hamster. We've got the return of Bacon to tournaments. Bacon versus Bulmers. Bacon had to sit last year's tournament out.
Also Bort again.
Like Asian food?
So good to see Bacon back. That's what we've got to look forward to tomorrow. Or well, today now, here in the UK. Tense now.
Woo, nice one.
For the next 24 hours, we'll say.
Lisa did it.
Also Kama's first tournament as well.
Yeah, we'll see how Kama does with back-to-back races. That's a lot right there.
Yeah, it's only, what, day
Beautiful score.
did the tournament start? I don't know. Well, not many days in. Look, it began on the 6th. It's day 5. And that group's already going to be done. That's pretty fast.
I was gonna say I've really been enjoying that these races have been like non-stop. You love to see that people are able to get those scheduled quick.
Hey, slower traffic to the right, please.
There's how many groups? 1, 2, 3, 4. 14 groups, each has 6 races, so that's 60. It's 84 races in the group stage. Also, nice shortcut from Shori. Driving over that mound. 84 races in the group stage, and then no idea how many in the second stage, so. Still lots and lots of good racing to look forward to.
Tyler doesn't get quick duff truck there.
Leave that drop. Hope it just doesn't. Either it despawns, or it turns invisible. This is bad. This is bad. Dixie moment.
This might be what Shori needs to catch up a little bit. See if Tyler can catch up to the duff truck. Maybe get it stuck somewhere else.
It's definitely not what Tyler wanted. Yeah, getting out to Squidport is not good.
Eat my dust, dust eaters.
That
Yeah,
drop did despawn earlier as well.
There's really not any good places to get it stuck at this point.
Come on, Tyler. More. Here you go. Very rough.
Yeah.
Just for the race, but Tyler PBing as well.
It's time for some road rage. Bart Simpson style.
It's always the risk with 60 Duff Truck is just slipping under it and doing that back up. Yeah, Tyler's red now.
You hate to see it. He was having a pretty good run up to this point.
Yeah, that wasp.
I show this laser
Show this laser to Krusty, he'll have to believe me. Can't believe I have a working laser gun and I'm using it for good. I'm such a sellout.
Bart Simpson
I could probably recite like 95% of the dialogue in this game if I really tried.
That's impressive.
Oh, this is too cool for school.
And Tyler missing the early damage there.
On.
Brink does slip through, unfortunately.
Endless drones, return to your ugly families. Used to be my PB sound effect. Thanks, Bournemouth. Love you too, man.
Good bit of damage there. Oh,
No biggie. Lousy laws of physics. Eat my dust, dust eaters.
past couple missions have not gone Tyler's way, unfortunately.
Take that. No rims cost
There we
no
go.
doubt to Choripanycristi. And
Yeah,
get up
rough.
with me now.
Very rough.
Aurora Borealis.
Krusty, fine by me.
This time of year.
This time of year, this time of day, in this part of the country,
Oh, man. I didn't do it.
localized entirely within your kitchen. Yes.
It's still the best Char mod.
Classic. I would recommend that mod, smiley face. Stop. Just out of hopefully quite a few here, because I'm not competing.
That was totally awesome.
We
Sure,
still
come
not
back.
have Pulse Frog here at Speed Simpsons. On it, 7TV people, smiley face. Rory not getting a fast strat either, it's just gonna have to go for the backup. Hopefully not another 60 moment. That. Though got stuck on the crane, so gets an extra drop here.
Mm-hmm. Another one.
Surprise that one dropped, but there you go.
Driving under the duff truck. Oh,
Bart Simpson style.
Okay, considerably better than Tyler's at least.
yeah.
Airflow. I bruise
It's not great. That is a lot of Char 7 TV emotes there, Foxy.
Pulling them all out.
These are all Amber and Tim's, or are there any other people hiding in there? Slen's hiding in there.
Rory electing to get out of the car to get the wasp. Doesn't get the second one though.
Piece of cake.
Okay. If Tyler gets the beach box, he could skip neighbours. It'll be very tight, so I wouldn't blame him if he just gets neighbours.
All mine.
I think I might have hit and run. I hear the cops.
So,
Nick, I dropped my kebab. You mean I gotta get more?
Aw, loser.
yeah, I hear it as well now.
Yeah, they just went by.
Hate losing. Hammer,
Chory could still get an okay FMJ.
Don't have a cow, man.
422. That's like. You can barely get away with skipping neighbours with 422. Is that an ambulance or a flock of geese?
It might have been a fire truck. Both the police station and the fire station are quite close to my house.
It's cousin Skip Tyler. Fast gaming is happening, Sid. Some faster than the other, but fast gaming is happening. So Tyler got cousin Skip. So Tyler needs an 11-minute Homer 2. I'm sure he's capable of that. Shall see. So Tyler could PB. Whereas PBs is a 135 something.
I know. Boards.
Sure, I'm pretty sure Chori can't PB, but who knows?
Could have a ridiculous ending, and anything could happen.
It would be one of the most insane double PB races of all time if they both ended up PBing.
Time. Eat my dust.
I had many double PBs in tournaments or in any race on Speed Simpsons before, but they do happen. They do happen. One last year.
Looks like Tyler does have his 500 coins for his zombie car, so he's good to go.
Whereas PB is 139, so I guess it is still pretty doable. Assuming Troy goes for out of bounds.
Hey, you there. Sweet.
If Troy doesn't do out of bounds, then no. If Troy does do out of bounds, then yes.
I'm a lean, mean speed thingy. Mistakes were made.
Speaking of out of bounds, I doubt we'll be seeing any in this mission from Tyler, so we'll start in the next mission. I guarantee next race we'll be seeing some 7-2 bridge clip attempts. A 7-2 bridge clip attempt from Tone Dog. And possibly no lineup 7-6. No. The only cutscene skips Chori's failed so far, in brackets so far, is bar 1, which he unpaused. He got Apu.
Learn to drive, dumbass.
Got the beach box. Chori definitely does need those. There's another note for you. 430 coins out of bar 2. You can skip neighbours.
Plan, but I'm bored of this level.
I'm glad you're.
Let's do this
Third
thing.
cutscene skip for Chori.
Oh,
Just didn't pause.
Tyler going for
Hey,
the out of bounds
fine
here.
skip. Sorry, Chori. That is very good. Chori needs like a 11 to 12 minute Homer 2.
Nice alien craft. Now to
If
just
Chori does do out of bounds, it's possible.
tractor beam. Oh, it's
If not, then it isn't.
Boy, talk about thinning the nerve.
Yeah, I have no idea if Chori does out of bounds or not.
Driving cola poisoning okay.
Anyone else who's been watching Chori's other races, does Chori do out of bounds? Miss Wasp?
I need to find some piece of cake.
The lasers were only the beginning. Even now, our all-purpose evil cola is spreading underground through your water supply. It will wake the dead. Zombies will rise from the grave and devour the living. And our ratings will rise to levels unseen since the heyday of evening shade. Michael laughing.
It's that black car again. Ooh, it has the speed of a subboss. combined
I'm
with the tenacity of a
thoroughly
motorcycle.
impressed.
7-3 and bridge clip, okay.
Ooh, the vibrations tickling my
Tyler going for the lineup here.
That part looks good to me. Assuming when Doc says 7-3 means the setup Tyler's doing right now, 7-3-4-5, and then bridge clip. Won't be seeing any zombie car shenanigans.
Ouch! My bikini zone's chafing.
It's an interesting bit of platforming there from Tyler,
Oh,
but
that was too easy.
I like it. Yeah, Tyler needs like 6 minutes or 3 missions. That's doable.
Time.
Definitely doable. We could be seeing a PB here from Tyler.
Must
Take the boat.
never
Please don't take the boat.
run again.
Or switch screen scout, we can't see the race. You.
And
I found my lost
Tyler
mojo.
does get back in his car.
What is the RNG?
Not seeing it.
Spooky Greg or Spooky Bob at this point. Mod check.
Where you at?
You are.
There it is.
That is definitely a Bob. Oh.
Uh-oh.
Just getting a little bit close. Uh oh. Come back.
No.
I'm in front. Okay, there we
Okay.
go. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Setting the car to be at the right height for Snake. Yeah, that should be low enough. Hopefully. Oh yeah,
Yep.
Tyler's PB fails 7-2, so that was big time save. Oh, bye Frank.
Eat my dust.
Right, bridge clip. 7-3. For Chori, that might work.
Could work.
That should work.
Straighten out a
60,
little
that
bit.
should work.
Hey, that's totally not supposed
Excellent.
And gets out.
That was too easy.
Bridge clip, please. Coaching Tyler a little bit recently on this.
Just
Tyler
yeets
got
that
us.
skeleton car.
First try, let's go.
Vengeance will be mine.
But
Alright. Tyler does look to still be on a really good pace here to PB, so
potential 133, maybe a low 134.
I am evil Homer. I am evil Homer.
Probably a low 134.
Where'd you get that?
Submission.
Do this thing.
Also, with this Tyler, I believe, go through to the next stage. Whoa. Which does also mean that Troy will be eliminated from the tournament. Not 100% sure on that part from Troy, but it could work, could in inverted commas.
Let's do this thing.
we'll see.
Yeah, the number by next to their name, Brick, is the FPS that they're running at right now.
Good thing that only injured my strokey side.
Well, press 1 if you think that park is gonna work. Press 2 if you don't. Press 3 if you just like pressing numbers. Three is the correct response.
We have a lot of 3s in the chat.
4.
Got a couple 5s in there too.
Chori going for the hearse. That easily worked. Okay.
Tyler not going off the fire truck, not willing to deal with any shenanigans that could possibly happen with the waste here.
No need to risk it on this pace.
Take the PB and go home.
And there we go, in the beam. That is a
GG.
PB for Tyler. 34-13.
I feel bad about
Nice.
Well done, Tyler.
That's too high, Chori.
Might as well just
Warp.
mess with Snake's hair.
Bite the bullet and warp.
Here is some harmless nuclear waste. So very harmless. Oh, cut your fingernails.
And yeah, with that,
I do end up dying in a spaceship crash.
Tyler moves from... Let's have a look. Let's go to our good old friend speedrun.com.
Proud of you for rescuing us all from that alien invasion.
Did that really happen? I thought it was a bad dream after eating too many raw hot dogs.
Looks like
Homie, you're the
he is in a
hero.
nice position.
Moves from 71st to, yes, a very nice position indeed. I'm sure you don't need any of us to tell you what position Tyler is in now.
Nice.
Oh, Chori's compared to latest. Also, Chori could potentially PB, question mark, if it's pretty sure. I don't like the lineup though that Chori's doing. You want
Still looks a little
it nice and
crooked.
straight. Let's see, he keeps turning off to the right. He's hitting the bridge. And you got it, Tyler, so GG's.
Well done,
Yeah,
Tyler.
this ain't gonna work. Yeah. Yeah, that's rip PB for Chori.
Mm.
It was a chance, but not anymore, unfortunately. I love that emote. Hippo 41 Blob. Who is your favourite Pokemon, Thermal?
My favorite Pokemon comes from my favorite generation, which is Gen 3. I love Metagross. Specifically the shiny variant. The white with the gold X. What about you, Spruce?
Probably Glaceon. Though I have a big bias to all the Eevee evolutions. I don't even play Pokemon.
I hear Scarlet and Violet is great. I see you too, Tone Dog. I will say at one point I was like the Charizard was my favorite. I was that guy. But
Oh, come on, Chori. The Glaceons, the Espeons, the Vaporeons, Eevee, Flareon, Umbreon. I'm sure there's another one I'm forgetting. Curse.
No, you said Sylveon.
Did I? Okay.
Sylveon's my least favorite of the evolutions.
Ah, come on, Chori. I know Tyler's told me before, but I can't remember. But who's your favorite, Tyler? I know Tyler's a big Pokemon fan. I mean, look at his emotes. Eevee, good choice. Quagsire's another favourite of mine. Ninetales, Vulpix.
I always loved Alakazam as well. Mega Alakazam was pretty cool. His beard just like puffs out.
I have no idea who Vapo's favourite is. Don't think there's any way you can tell.
Clodsire is the new variant in Scarlet and Violet of Quagsire. It's like a big brown blob.
Come on, Chori. There you go. There you go. Let's try every time. Get more Pokemon content here on the quote unquote archive Shark community channel. We should get some Pokemon races or stuff going.
I love me some Pokemon.
Sayonara, dude. Right. Last mission for Chori. If he can finish off strong. The person in the community I know who plays Pokemon the most is Potato. Potato will give you a run for your money, Tyler. Okay, 7-7.
I will say I think Grandpa Simpson has the best lines during this mission.
Mhm.
His random babblings are great.
The best one is... No, it isn't, Ryuk. It's probably possible but extremely inconsistent. You should only really go for it on... If you're on low FPS, like 60 or lower, 46. Yeah. Best Grandpa line is when he's saying, "This is the greatest day of my life," but he's already in the beam.
It means he can finally rest.
Yeet for 7-6, or if you're not confident in Yeet, there's Cemetery resets. Which I don't personally think is that hard, but I know some people really struggle with them. So probably Yeet is the right one to learn. And the thing is, if you mess up Yeet once, you can have another go, whereas resets, if you mess up, it's a restart mission. Anyway, Churi coming into the beam with a 142.37. The gold.
And getting the pause at the end.
GG's.
GG.
If both runners want to join or undeafen, they are more than welcome to. Got a bit of time before the next race. In about 18 minutes.
Hello.
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 Things.
Congratulations, Tyler, on your PB. That's awesome.
This probably could have 132 if it went for 6165. Probably could have.
Are you here? Either
Yep.
of them here? I can't hear them.
As I say, future time saves. So.
Also, GG's to you as well, Chori, on finishing up.
Yeah, GG Taylor.
GG's, man.
is happening? Is it just me you can't hear them, or just neither of them speaking?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, both of them are talking.
I can't hear them for whatever reason. Let me leave and rejoin quickly.
You're experiencing technical difficulties.
Testing 1 2.
Hello.
There we go. I can hear you now.
Okay.
Yeah. GG's, Tyler.
Thank you. As I said, it could have won 32 if it went for 6-4 and 6-5.
Yeah, there was so much throughout both of your runs that we want to.
Other than that, I feel like I nailed the majority of the strats that I normally miss, like don't fire. Don't fire.
Curator's a big one I can think of where there's
Yeah.
time save.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah, mine too.
Can we talk about bonfire?
Yeah, let's talk about that.
Backup.
That was completely planned.
Century.
That was completely planned.
That was incredible. And then what was it?
My limo went okay today, so
yeah. Same couldn't be said for Duff Truck, but
no, but like I say, future time safe. That's all I'm gonna say.
Then yeah, Chori's 2-7 to 3-1 was painful.
Oh, did Joey miss cutscene or
unpaused?
Oh, grind.
Oh,
6 fires straight.
It was rough.
Yeah.
And then, so you got out of Mr. Plow to ground pound the car, and then when it destroyed itself, you couldn't get back in Mr. Plow, so you had to take a sports car to destroy the third car.
What? I need to watch that back.
It was a very strange turn of events.
It's interesting race. It sounds like. I need to watch it back.
Yeah, I'd recommend watching this back. This is very entertaining.
Can we quickly talk about my Apu cutscene skip? I really thought I missed that. That was a late pause.
That was so late.
Yeah, but that's mashing as well. But
I had gave me a heart attack.
I nearly had a baby. That's all I'm gonna say.
What else?
Apart from 6-4, 6-5, I feel like it all went okay.
Yeah, both of your 6-4s from memory weren't the best. Although I think Chori's was a decent backup.
I couldn't even get the back. Mine went all the way past the bowling alley, so. I think FMJ, I got stuck in a lamppost, I think.
Yeah.
Chori failed both the bot cutscene skips.
Yeah.
At least he's not failing Apu. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
That's the big one.
Chori, you were still on PB pace, as far as I'm aware, right up until 7-6 with everything that went. Also, Chori, just remember nothing. Your Barton Frink gave me a heart attack. Because you didn't make the highway jump, so you went to drive around the highway, but you went the wrong way.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought I was gonna fail it.
I thought at any moment it's just going to come up with the screen saying mission failed. Thankfully, you were fast enough, but still.
I
Dear
thought
me.
where to go.
And then I think we were commenting over it was one of you, I think it was Churi, where the third Hellfish car got destroyed by a lamppost.
Yeah, it weren't me.
Yeah,
Mine hit the fence. Yeah,
it's funny. And then Churi's third sellout car drove into Mr. Plow while it was still sat there and blew itself up. Like,
my third car, my first and second cars are fine. It was just the third car, I think.
Overall, thoroughly entertaining race.
Oh yeah, enjoyed it. Enjoyed it. Redemption for the other day. I did say redemption, and I PB'd. So I think this is my second PB on Speak Simpsons. I think since my very first race 2 years ago.
Yeah. So yeah, as far as I'm aware now, so Tyler, you move on to the next stage, and I believe this means Chori, you are eliminated now. I think I'm 100% sure of the format.
Joey's lost all 3 races, so yeah, pretty sure. But he did consistently hit 140s, so his average time would be good, so that's a good thing. Very good for a debut tournament, to say the least.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hope you've
sure.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, you definitely have PB potential. Definitely, I think your PB is a 139, so you can you have potential to.
Yeah,
You know,
I have
PB.
like 6 minutes of time here, so.
Yeah, you've
Considering
got this.
all the stuff that went wrong, and he was still on PB pace until 7-6 that run.
Yeah, you got this.
Got this, absolutely.
Anyway, I'm just gonna put some pause frogs and speed in general, and yeah.
I'll go put one in there. Yeah, any other final words?
I'm
fine.
not fully through to the next stage. I have to wait for Cody Hamster tomorrow, but we'll see what happens. So I believe it's me and you commentating that one.
Alright. Yeah, next race is in about 10 minutes.
Yep.
It's Time Dog versus Kammer. So look forward to that. For now, we'll say thanks to runners, Wolf commentating, and thank you, Thermal, for joining me on comms. It's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Thanks for inviting me as well.
Welcome. Let me know when you want to do another one, smiley face.
Sounds good. We'll be in contact.
Right. Yeah, next race coming up in 10 minutes. Still 1 spot on commentary available if anyone wants to join original for that. But yeah, we'll see you in a few minutes.